name is Karina. I'm from NOTA team, and mission of our company is educate people of skin cancer. And we decided invite you that you tell your story.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, so nice to meet you.
So you have an interesting story about your change of residence. You have moved from South Africa to Canada.
Yes,
yes,
yes.
Is right. Oh, so please tell about this.
Yes, well, I'll try not to make it too long. I was born in South Africa, and all of my family is there. And when I was 13, I had the opportunity to come visit my mother's sister who had immigrated to Canada. And I came for a vacation and I never left. So my family kind of conspired for me to have the opportunity to study here and learn. Well, I mean, I learned English, but just to have the chance to finish my education here. And they adopted me so that I could move here, and I've been in Canada ever since. It was a bit of a challenge because changing languages, I'm very familiar with that. I used to speak Afrikaans, and so
really? So amazing.
Coming here and being thrown into a school with English classes was definitely a challenge, and the culture change.
So it's amazing. And what are you doing now in Canada?
So I moved around in Canada a lot too, and but right now I work in real estate, and I live in Calgary. I'm very happy here. It's living near the mountains definitely has an impact on my life. Being in nature is definitely one of the things that, especially with cancer, it helps with anxiety and stress, and just yeah, it's been a big part of my life.
Oh, okay. And now you like go to mountains?
Sorry?
And now you like go to mountains?
I do. Yeah, I've been going there this summer. We've been there almost every second weekend, and it takes only 1 hour.
Okay. We have been working with you for about 8 months, and I want to tell you thank you very much for your support, and you're an inspiration for us.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I was so glad that I found you. It's almost one of those things where I was researching and I was thinking, you know, if only there was something that I could scan my moles to keep track of it, because I haven't even done all of them. I might be missing a few, but I'm close to 200.
Oh, really?
Yes. So for me, it was after getting the surgery, I thought, how am I going to monitor all of this without going to a doctor every 2 months and getting a full scan, right? Because they said to me, we check up every 6 months. So yeah, it was amazing to find you guys.
Oh. Did someone you know or a family member have this problem with skin?
You know, it's interesting. That's part. My grandfather did, but in South Africa, he's a farmer, so he's in the sun all the time. He does wear coveralls now, and he had skin cancer on his shoulder, and so he had surgery. The thing about it is he never talked about it. So it was just, oh, he got skin cancer, cut it out, he's fine. And that was part of the problem when I grew up, thinking, oh, I have to be careful, but I thought you could just cut it out. It's just skin cancer, as we hear. So I never had really had education on it. So when I came to Canada, the beautiful thing is we have really good healthcare. and our dermatologist appointments are covered under our healthcare. So I started going every year to the dermatologist, and I had from 13 to 18, I had 5 biopsies, but none of them came back malignant, so they were okay. But even then, my dermatologist would tell me, you know, wear sunscreen, be careful, but I never realized there were different types of skin cancers. I didn't know how serious they could be, or that they could spread to your organs, all the different levels. So unfortunately, yeah, I think education is a big part that's missing for people.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. Yes, and how did your acquaintance with melanoma come about?
I tend to look at my moles, but I came back from a vacation and I noticed over the course of about 3 months, I had mole one on my leg, and it started to change color and get bigger.
Really?
So half of it was brown. It was very small though, and it just grew a little bit, and it was almost black. And something just told me I need to get it checked out. And my dermatologist, she thought it was concerning, but she thought it would come back normal. And I asked her to take it off. And so a week later, I found out I had melanoma. And yeah, people have to trust their gut too if they feel like something's wrong. And I find, or get a second opinion sometimes, right? But that's how I found out.
Oh, yeah. How difficult it was for you, and how has it affected on your life?
Almost 2 different answers. When I first found out, I only told my husband.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't tell my family till after my surgery. It was 2 days after my surgery, and I called my family and I said, so I got melanoma. They weren't too happy with me. But I think I deal with things a little bit differently. And even with my husband, I kind of explained to him what happened. It could be serious, but we're gonna take, you know, we thought that we caught it early. It sounded like I had stage 1B. So didn't have to get any lymph nodes taken out at that time. And it was a little scary. I think the thing I would suggest to people, and somebody else told me this, is don't Google everything, right? Go to trusted sources to do your research, because my dermatologist just called me, told me I have melanoma, and then said, you'll be contacted by your surgeon. So at that time, I had no idea what to expect. I didn't know what is a wide local excision. I had no idea what it looked like. I didn't know whether it would spread, anything like that. So that was very stressful. And then I started researching on the internet and saw the worst things, which creates more stress. And then I found actually on Instagram, I found a couple groups, or, you know, my melanoma world, and I would start reaching out to the community for questions and answers. And so I think that helped a lot. And because of, I think, my history and challenges I've grown up with, I'm kind of okay with dealing with really terrible things. So I've managed to handle it quite well. It hasn't kind of taken over my life. I had some anxiety over it, but at the same time, I think it's important to live your life the best you can. And because that stress affects your immune system holistically, we have to look at our whole body, right? So I found, just a good support system, and I'm doing good.
Yes, but now you started a blog on Instagram. Yes, where you tell your story, and what do you want to get across to people?
I've been a little quiet on there. So initially, I just wanted to be a part of the existing community and tell that story of it's not just skin cancer and awareness. And I wanted people to go out and get a skin check. That was the most important thing. Is I know a lot of people that have never been to the dermatologist. And I think that's the most important thing, is to get people out there to just go get themselves checked and be aware of their body, right? And now I'm kind of looking at changing the blog a little bit, because there are a lot of people out there that do a really good job of sending out information. But I'm thinking of trying to fill a gap somewhere. So for me, I'm studying on the side as a hobby, natural medicine as well. And I think I'm trying to find a gap of something that people need, maybe dealing with anxiety or pain control, after your surgery, or people who are in stage 4 that have a lot of side effects from immunotherapy, that type of thing. So now I'm actually motivated to finish my studies. Yeah, so I'm hoping that's what I'll get into.
Yes, and what do you think needs to be done so that the problem of melanoma diagnosis would not be so acute? Maybe develop any technologies, and maybe need educate people with community, maybe. What do you think about it?
Yes, I think people need to go out there and get their skin checked, and definitely early diagnosis is important. That's why your device is so important, right? Because that can teach people that they should pay attention to their skin. And unfortunately, I guess we can't control this, but I think doctors also need to ask, when you go for your annual blood test or something, say, oh, have you got your skin checked? So I try to, when I see doctors or friends or nurses, I go, hey, make sure you tell people to do that. And yeah, online, we just have to keep spreading the stories and let people know it can happen to anybody. And
yes, your amazing example from Melanoma Warriors who share your story. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think it's will maybe last questions. Could you give advice? People who will watching our interview, how to keep yourself safe from skin cancer?
Well, don't use any tanning beds ever. Ever, especially for teenagers, use bronzer. Learn about sunscreen. There are good and bad sunscreen, and how to use it properly, right? How to apply, how much to apply, it's very important, how often, and go get your skin checked. It's the best way. Early detection is the best way to manage and prevent skin cancer. And when you go outside, always wear a hat, that type of thing. Learn just to pay attention, but don't be scared of the sun either. We have to be outside, so we just have to learn how to live with it.
Yes. I think firstly, don't worry, and research internet, find other community, maybe.
Yeah, reaching out to the people in the community makes much more sense than just looking for information randomly. Definitely.
Yes. I'm very glad to see you.
You too.
Thank you for your interview.
Well, I hope I can spread some more news for you too.
We want sending you warm and bright wishes and good, healthy.
Thank you, you too.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. It was good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.